Just got back from the gym, and it's crazy how at this point it's like automatic because I didn't go, but at least it was chest and shoulder day, you know. And I know how amazing I feel after, but it's crazy to think about back to 5 years ago when it wasn't part of my routine, when it didn't feel extremely necessary and crucial for my mental health. It was very uncomfortable to start, and it just goes to show. At this point, it's completely normalized, but it wouldn't have happened if I didn't break that barrier of comfort, that barrier that all of us have when we change, because humans are wired to want to stay the same. But now, I train my brain into needing it for my sanity. It's absolutely absurd. When I look back, where I was, the person I was, and what I thought I needed then, and the person I am now, and what I think I need now. Because the truth is, you train your brain to crave what you need. But it requires a mindset shift. It requires striving away from the pack, because most people are going to do the easiest, most comfortable thing, become in routine with that, feel like they need it. These addictions to smoking weed every day, which I used to do, drinking every weekend, things that everyone else does, so they feel like they need it. They don't know, like, oh, I can't give that up. But if they just broke their comfort a little and trained their mind to crave actual healthy things, make those the addiction, then they would be in a spot where I can't go without going to the gym. That's how success happens. It's about a mindset shift. It's about training your brain to crave hard things. Crave things that'll actually long-term reward you rather than hurt you. It seems simple, but it's not easy to do. And learning that through fitness has changed my life. Because of that, it's allowed me to, while becoming addicted with going to the gym, I was able to give up the previous addictions that I've had that didn't get me anywhere. If anything, they held me back. Like I said, smoking and drinking every weekend. While most people my age, I'm 23, are going out and doing that. I have nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't judge people. But if you really want something out of your life, beyond average, you got to do something beyond average. And the way to get there is by training yourself to crave hard tasks, doing hard things, fall in love with the process, fall in love with the inputs, constantly, day after day, challenging yourself. And there's no more fulfilling feeling. You feel like shit the morning after drinking. And I've been there. But you feel so amazing right after a lift. Like, I feel pumped up. I have a chest pump. I feel good. I feel rewarded. Now I earn my relaxation rather than being forced to and feeling groggy. And that's just an example, but it's crazy how I need it for my mental health now. And that could go for anything. That's how it's changed my life, because it's not only allowed me to give up previous vices, but it's allowed me to create a business. It's allowed me to create better relationships, be a better version of myself, do things that most people won't do because I crave them now, because I force myself to make it an ingrained habit within me, learned the positive benefit, and now it becomes necessary. It's like when you train a dog that when you ring a fucking bell, that a treat's coming. Your brain works the same way. So if you're able to train yourself to realize that bell ringing is the hard work that you put in, and that the treat is to follow rather than allowing the treat to come with, like, at ease, you know, then that's how you're able to achieve hard things. You need to reward yourself like a dog gets rewarded for fucking sitting when you tell him to sit, and then the treat comes. That's a better analogy. Rather than just getting a treat without having to do any tricks. Right? So that's what all this short-term dopamine is. And believe me, I'm all for, like, having a good time, like occasionally drinking, but a keyword occasionally going out and having fun times and enjoying life. There's nothing wrong with that. And being with, like, friends and family, that's what life's all about. But when you start letting it take over your dreams and ambitions and goals, and you just find yourself drifting, a lot of the times, in order to become successful, it's not what more you have to do, it's what you have to remove from your life. The negative things that are holding you back, the vices. And once you can get rid of those, you learn the discipline of achieving long-term gratification that's required to achieve that. And through that, I was able to lock myself in my fucking room for 6 months, January to June, when I had 0 clients online. It was a dream of mine for years. I've been an in-person trainer at Ohio State. I just graduated last year, but I was an in-person trainer for 4 years. Not only did I get underpaid, but I got horrible results because in-person trainers, they only see you for 1 hour, one time a week. The client pays too much. I get too little because OSU just takes the majority of it, and they get shitty results. It's a lose situation. I was just like, I know that my skill and my passion to change lives can be way more efficiently provided and can benefit all parties so much more. And I just had this dream of starting a business, but because I was smoking every day, I didn't have a time to sit down and actually think what I wanted out of life, how I was going to make it happen. Most people just hope, or they think only if, oh well, like I'm 23 years old, the world is in our hands. I don't care if you're 30 or 40 or how old you are. You can do whatever you want out of life. But it's about training yourself to crave hard tasks. So that's like where it comes from, because if you're only focused on the out of the result and you don't actually fall in love with doing the hard thing, it'll never come. You gotta need the outcome. Like, you need to breathe. That's where the drive to do that hard task every day comes. Then you start falling in love with the hard task, but you gotta detach from when the result will come. And it's gotta just be your love of the game, your love of going to the gym, doing each workout, your love of just doing the input. And then when the output comes, good, I deserved it, I earned it, I'm not surprised. About time. But you're not like chasing that. You're chasing the high you get rather than things that put you backwards, the high you get from something that actually long-term sets you forward. That's how you have to look at it. You got to think long-term, or else you're going to look back in the future and be like, I've been drifting. And I was drifting since I graduated, August. Like, yeah, I was drinking a bunch in college, smoking a bunch, and it was a great time. Like, it was fun time of my life, right? I don't regret it, but I was drifting. I didn't have any plan of attack for what I was going to do with my life, how I was going to actually make my dreams happen. And then I just went to Chicago and joined a 9-to-5, and I was smoking in the morning to get through the job. And month after month, I realized my life was just constantly the same. I was just smoking to get through life. And most people just don't break it. And that's just their whole life. Like, just mindlessly, just not uncomfortable enough to change, but like never sit down and think, what do I actually want out of my life and how am I going to make this happen? And because of my bodybuilding show in January of this year, 2025, I was forced to stop smoking because I get too many munchies. Like, I'd break my diet. And when that happened, I was finally forced to sit in my own thoughts and ask myself, what do I want out of my life? What am I doing every day? And I realized that I was so fucking comfortable that all the days meshed together. Like, I looked back and I couldn't pinpoint a single day. Like, it was literally just gliding through life, waiting for it to end every day at that fucking job. And the same goes for anything you're not happy with. But comfort is killing. And I finally sat with myself and I realized I needed to make a change. And I learned the value in how to achieve long-term gratification through fitness. And that's what allowed me to literally lock in from January to May, same time I was doing my bodybuilding prep, and actually go after my dreams, because I knew no one's going to come save me. No one's going to do it for me. They'll just stay dreams if I don't change it. And I see all these 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds miserable at that job. Not just their life, and they're complacent, and they're like, oh well. But like, why? I'm not an oh well type of person. I don't settle. It's about the fucking standard you have for yourself. What are you willing to settle for? Because if you're not fully happy, what are you doing? We have one life. No one's going to remember us fucking 100 years from now. No one watching this video. You will not be alive 100 years from now. I will not be alive 100 years from now. No one's visiting our graves. What the fuck do you have to lose? Life is risky regardless. It's risky to take the leap and go after your dreams and all the things that go with that. And it's also honestly way riskier to stay where you are and stay comfortable and risk the opportunity that you could have created for yourself. The success, your dreams becoming reality. So ask yourself which risk you're willing to take. This is just a raw ramble, deep talk. I'm lit right now after my lift. I'm wired up, fired up. But because of that, I was able to lock myself again in my room for 6 months and just go all in on my business. Work on the back end, the front end, my content, polishing, literally everything, my sales skills, my abilities. Just locked in while everyone is going out. Where are you, man? Go out. I just knew what was required. Now, if you're watching this and you have a 9-to-5, I have absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're happy. I'm saying this to somebody who's not happy, but they haven't done anything about it. Because everyone's got their own path. I'm not telling everyone to quit their 9-to-5 like I did and go after fitness coaching. That's just my passion, my dream. But I'm asking you to sit down for a second and ask yourself what you want out of life. And if you're not there, what are you going to do about it? That's what I'm asking you. But if you're there, I'm actually extremely happy for you. I'm extremely happy because that's what I'm working towards too every single day. But you got to be the person that deserves success, or it's not just going to fall in your lap. You got to be the person worthy of it. Rather than going out and chasing the butterfly, like waving around your fucking butterfly catcher, you got to create a beautiful garden. A beautiful garden that's going to attract the butterfly. You got to be the person worthy of attracting the success, not going out and trying to chase it. It's going to be way harder that way. The butterfly will come right to you. The success will come right to you when you got a beautiful garden. That's your reality, that you that's yourself. It starts within you. You're the beautiful garden. You got to create that. If you have a shitty, disgusting, stinky garden, not calling you that if you're not happy with your life. But if you have one that you're not happy with, no butterflies are going to come there. That's a good analogy. I heard that from a fellow fitness coach that I know, that I look up to. I have people that I look up to and constantly compare myself to that top 1% rather than everyone else. Because people are going to judge you for going after your dreams. People around you, it's hard. That's why it's hard. But why would you take advice from someone you wouldn't switch places with? If you just have to sit down and ask yourself these questions. Who do you want to be? And that's who I compare myself to. And they'll never hate on you, I'll tell you that. And it only comes from below. So if you're getting hated on, that means you're making progress. Because people will hate on you 99% of the time when you're going somewhere, doing your own thing, because they are jealous and they are insecure that they can't do the same. And they want to keep you on their level. I'm just spitting fucking facts today. Oh my God. But yeah, this is everything I've learned. This is all the fuel I use. I know that where I've gotten, and I have way more work to do. I'm trying to be extremely successful and change as many lives as possible. I'm never complacent. You can't be complacent ever. And that's what kills most people. And they just try to breeze through life. And when I was thinking, they just try to glide through life. And when I was thinking, looking back on all the times I was getting high before work for the months and months where I was just too comfortable, August to December, before I started my business, and I was able to quit in May. I'm blessed because I locked in for months with no reward until it came after. But I remember all that, like getting my first client, starting my business, all the uncomfortable things I remember. But like when I was extremely comfortable, just drifting through my job, trying to smoke every day to get it over with, I didn't remember any of it. And like, it goes to show, like, your most uncomfortable times are the most memorable ones, the ones where you feel the best, most fulfilled, that you love to look back on. So what's the point of life if it's not memorable? If it's all meshed together because you don't have any discomfort, if every day is the exact same? It's not how we're meant to live. So there was a lot of messages, a lot of value in that video if you watch through it. But I'm going to wrap it up here. But I would say the main takeaway is train yourself to enjoy doing hard things. That's the first thing. If you want to be successful, a lot of the times it's giving up more than it's taking on. And lastly, sit down with yourself, ask yourself what you want out of this life, and realize no one's coming to save you. People will judge you. But if you really want it that bad, all of the downsides are going to seem seamless, a no-brainer. Doesn't matter. If you're willing to do what it takes, if you want it bad enough. It'll happen. You just gotta, no one's gonna come save you. No one's gonna do it for you. So you gotta stop pushing it off. You gotta stop waiting for the right time. And you gotta fucking start. And once you get the momentum rolling, the ball rolling, you beat 99% of people. You beat most people. Because most people are too overwhelmed by looking at the end goal. But if you just think step by step, day by day, what do I need to do today? What do I need to do tomorrow? Like when it comes. Only one step at a time. Then you'll look back and realize how much you did. But for my physique, my business, if I was able to see all the work that would have to go into it ahead of time, it would have been way harder to start. I would have been like, I don't know if it's worth it. Just go day by day. Because this earth, all amazing things were created by people just like you and me. They're no different. They just went after something amazing that most people couldn't do. They had a vision that most people would judge them for or think they're crazy. Go after your dreams. That's my takeaway, okay? So I appreciate if you watched through this video to this point. I love you. I love you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if this helped you, your best takeaway, if you want to see any other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go eat some chicken. Let's go.